Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We may have just gotten our very first look at the very first Black Ops 6 Warzone map update. Now, for a while, we have had various different rumors in regards to the Black Ops 6 Warzone update and what the map selection would be like. And the main rumor is that Verdansk is set to be coming back, a fan favorite version of Verdansk. We really don't know what that means. That could be a Modern Warfare version of Verdansk where it's like Superstore and all of that, or it could be a Cold War version of Verdansk where it's like Nakatomi Tower or whatever. That is to be seen. We'll figure out more about that probably around COD Next and everything going on there when they actually detail the Warzone stuff. But really, that Verdansk returning rumor has been the main bit of information that we've been going off of for the Black Ops 6 Warzone update. But with some recent updates to Warzone now, it seems like they may be trying to tease something for that integration update and for some future content. And it actually starts because of the in-game Black Ops 6 event. So obviously, we've had these challenges for a little bit now, getting kills with an old friend, which is the Sally Blueprint, discover the intel to uncovering the mole, the She Never Let Me Down challenge, and you do all that, you get the new execution, right? Well, when you go through and go for the intel for uncovering the mole, this obviously is achieved by going into the submarine on Rebirth that occasionally spawns. You drop down into the hole of it, I think it's called. You go to the evidence board, you collect the photo, you complete the challenge. Well, players have been doing more and more searching within the submarine, and it seems like we've discovered a new secret, a new teaser of some sort. So shout out to Geeky Pastimes. If you guys were around for Cold War, you probably know that Geeky was like one of the main people working on like the pawn takes pawn stuff. He's so good when it comes to this Easter egg, shenanigans. He's always really good at solving them and going through all the puzzles and the ARG stuff. And he's the first person that I've seen actually talk about this stuff. I'll leave a link to his Twitter in the description below, but he actually spotted this part in the Black Ops 6 direct event, and we'll look at the clip here in just a moment where there's like this Hellstorm cruise missile whatever kill streak being called in, and it shows the general area, and he happened to notice that out of region area on this multiplayer map looks very detailed, almost as if it's really part of a bigger map, like maybe a Warzone map. And some people might say, well, maybe it's for ground war, maybe it's for this, that, but this is definitely multiplayer gameplay that this clip is coming from. Like I said, we'll break it down in just a moment. And as of right now, according to all the information we have on Black Ops 6 multiplayer, there is no ground war. There's no need to have large out of bounds areas on any of these 6v6 maps fleshed out and rendered out in super detailed, because they're not going to be playable. They're not going to be accessible. You can see the background here where we have this large sort of like cove area with a couple of bridges spanning across, sort of an elevated area over here, then like a small little island or peninsula like area there. It's pretty direct, it's pretty obvious. And I've actually gone through and slow-moed this entire little sequence here. So this is from the multiplayer section of the Black Ops 6 direct, and when we go through and play this, they're calling in the Hellstorm streak. Obviously, it actually shows us a general overview of the mini-map in this area of the 6v6 map. Now keep in mind, 6v6 maps, not super huge. We're probably seeing a good chunk of what this map is here, where there's a couple of buildings and obviously where the player is going to be calling it in at. So they go through, they're launching this Hellstorm, you see the minimap, and then it gives us this sequence here where the Hellstorm's actually coming in, and then in the background, yes, we have presumably this whole other area. This Hellstorm's going to come in, it's going to go straight down, right? It's not launching all the way out to the distance there. It's going to come in and land straight down, and this entire area in the background we see is fully detailed. It looks like there's maybe some kind of tower or lighthouse or something over in the left here, and then obviously all the water, the bridges and everything going around. But you can see the Hellstorm breaks off, and it's going to end up launching essentially straight down, as it's always kind of worked within Call of Duty. Well, it just so happens that through some of the investigations that players have been doing in this submarine on Rebirth and really looking into the nitty-gritty details, we might have seen something that lines up very nicely with this general area here. And as we get further on into this breakdown, quick reminder, if you are new to the channel or maybe you have not subscribed yet, let's change that. You're going to want to be subscribed to guarantee you're always up to date with news, patch notes, meta breakdowns, everything going on in COD. And obviously with BO6 on the horizon, there's going to be so many important things happening that you want to be in the know for. So be sure to hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications. And if you do enjoy this video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It's always really appreciated. Much love as always to everyone who takes the time to do so. But yeah, keep this general image in mind. Big piece of land on the left, water splits it, little like peninsula kind of islands over on the right side. Because Geeky Pastimes again found this. So this is Avalon. Cassian found the map on the new sub in Rebirth that matches up perfectly. What do you think? And this, my friends, is the map. And like I said, you got this large chunk of land on the left. You've got the water splitting it up with a couple of different bridges, and then you have these smaller islands here as well. This is, like Geeky says in this tweet, a nearly identical layout of what we were just seeing as like a little overview of what was going on there. Now it does say Avalon in the top right here. Maybe that's the name of this map. It's definitely a larger, more drawn out map. And the thing with this is that this obviously is not something we have in game right now. This doesn't line up with anything we've seen throughout Warzone or MW3 so far. And again, we know there is no ground war. There is no large scale maps like that in Black Ops 6. So it kind of limits what this could possibly be. Maybe it's an area from the campaign, but why would that be on a Warzone Rebirth Island submarine directed to Black Ops 6 Easter eggs, right? We don't get overviews. We don't get map layouts like this generally for campaign-based stuff and single-player-based stuff. This is like too many stars aligning, hinting at the fact that this could be our next Warzone map. Now, it doesn't look that big, so I'd have to imagine this is probably more so geared towards Resurgence style gameplay, and just that'll be another addition to that map rotation and that map pool with Rebirth, Fortune's Keep, Vondel, so on and so forth. They obviously just took out Ashika Island as well, so like maybe they're like, hey, you know, Ashika will have to remove this. It's not really that well received amongst the vast majority of players. It wasn't as active, and that's why they took it out. Maybe they were taking it out because they're going to introduce a new one into the rotation in the future, and they'll have that 4-map rotation that we can go back and forth with on any given week's playlist update, right? But one thing stands out to me the most here, and that's just how much water play is involved here. You have like this dock or like shipping area down here with a lot of water. Then obviously you have this little river breaching the 2 parts of land here with a couple of bridges, you know, allowing you to navigate across. But other than that, you'd have to rely purely on swimming, which is kind of a risky play because it's so hard to fight in water against people on land. Or you'd have to use boats or other vehicles, the TAV and whatnot, to navigate across here too. So if this were to become a full-on Resurgence map, Avalon, this could be a really, really interesting one, at least from a gameplay perspective, because it'd be pretty different from everything else that we've seen so far, just because of how much water is included in this general area. But you got like some elevation over here. You got a lot of buildings and a lot of other things posted up on the right side as well. I'll go ahead and hide the face cam so you guys can get a full-on look of absolutely everything on this map. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think this is actually teasing our next Warzone map update here for Black Ops 6? Or do you think this maybe could be something else entirely? Obviously, time is going to tell here. We're in full-on reveal season, so we should see announcements for this kind of stuff, like I said, leading up to Call of Duty Next towards the end of August. That's really where we're going to see a ton of Warzone-related details revealed. So stay tuned. As anything does surface, I'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop. So hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you never miss another video. And if you enjoyed this one, do me a favor and drop a like on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.